Hello, everyone, and welcome to Natural Healing Tarot. This message is going to be a guided message for the collective. I was really guided today to create this video because I noticed a lot of signs were going through this review and release process. I have created a PDF that is available on my website. If you're interested in it, it is uploading right now. My hopes in sharing this message and this information is to help as many people as I can along their self-healing, self-discovery journey. If I can help just one person, one beautiful soul, I've done what I've came for. So please feel free to share in the comment section what you will release, okay? Speak it into existence, type it into existence. Bring it into existence. Also, if you find this message helpful, please share for everyone to see. The world could use more healing. So thank you again, and namaste. Now, understand that 2020 is only 2 months away, okay? One thing that will help you through this message, things that you're going to need is to have a pen, a notepad, or a piece of paper, but a notepad preferably because it's going to be a process. You're going to need photos and videos of memories from your past. If you have a tablet or a phone where all the photos are available, that's what's preferred. And this guided message, you can also use the PDF that's on the website if that's a little bit more helpful for you. If you'd rather just read than listen to me talk. But there will be extra little messages within this video because I am going to incorporate tarot into the reading. So what I want to say is 2020 is 2 months away, okay? Do you really want to carry the baggage, carry the feelings, the emotions from this past decade into the next, moving forward? If you are interested and feel like it's something that you need, understand that this isn't going to be an easy process, but it is going to allow you to review the past 10 years, what you've gone through, and really release that, go through a release process, and hopefully help you process those emotions so you can have a solid foundation, a new beginning, right? So, step 1, get out a piece of paper. So I will pause for a moment, shuffle for a little bit, but get out a piece of paper if you need to pause the video and label this paper, okay? And what I want you to label it is for the timeline that you're reviewing. So for this video, we're doing 10 years. So you would start from 2010 and go to 2019 or 2020. If you were only doing 1 year, I would recommend doing the months. So January, February, March, etc. So go ahead, get the paper. If you need more time than I allow, feel free to pause the video. So obviously this review release process can be done for any time period. You can do shorter time periods, you can do longer time periods, whatever you feel that you need, whatever time frame that you're releasing, right? If it's just a relationship, let's say you wanted to go through this review and release process to release negative energy from a relationship, then it would only be for that amount of time. Now, when you are labeling your piece of paper, make sure you're leaving space between each year or month, because you are going to be writing out memories from each of those time periods. So if it's like 2010, you write out all the memories, positive and negative. 2011, 2012, go through that process, okay? Also, be sure to follow these steps step by step. Don't try to skip ahead, because there is a reason for this process to take the way that it has, okay? It's to set the foundation for the next steps when you're going through this, okay? So that is step 1. Step 2. Go through each month or year, depending on what timeline you're on. Write out all of the memories, every single one of them. The positive, the negative, the sad, the difficult, the hard memories. How did you feel in each of those instances? Was it positive? Was it negative? Can you put a name on the emotion? How did it have an effect on you? How did it affect your life? Did it affect you financially? Did it affect you emotionally? Did you have to take some time off of work to be able to process this? Things of that nature. Remember to pay attention to the details, the good, the bad, the yin, the yang, right? Everything happens for a reason. And this process that I'm taking you through is really going to be allowing you to let go of things that are no longer serving you and bring in more positive life experiences. Because in order to have those positive life experiences that we long for, we have to release the negative. And really, even if we don't see it, even if it's subtle, these experiences distract us from our everyday life. Distract us from opportunities that could be more fulfilling. But because we're caught up on this expectation, on this belief system, that these past experiences shaped for us, it makes us miss opportunities. So there's a need right now for all of the signs to really focus in on this self-discovery, self-healing process, okay? Remember to be very practical when looking at everything. Think about the situation very deeply. Remember, hindsight is always 2020. It's time to let go of people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. And focus on the positive, focus on the abundance. So, step 3. And don't be afraid to pause in between steps, okay? But when you were doing step 2, you weren't really focusing either on positive or negative. You were really doing the collective, right? Both positive and negative. These next few steps need to be done in order for a specific reason. So this third step is a little bit more personal. You will need the memories, the photos, the videos, And what you are going to do in this third step is go through all the positive moments. Take time to go through the positive moments. Make sure you have time to do this. And this process is okay for you to be around the people most likely who you had these memories with. But what I want you to do is go through all the positive moments, only the positive moments. Ignore the negative for a minute and just really reminisce, process, feel the feelings, enjoy the memories. Go down the line each year or month, whatever the case may be, and only focus on the positive. How did it make you feel? Did you feel good? Did you feel happy? Did you feel satisfied? What label can you put on the emotion? Don't be afraid to share the moments with other people. Share it on social media. Share it with loved ones. This was a happy and positive time, happy and positive memory. So bask in those positive emotions for a little bit. Okay, there's a reason, there's a purpose why I'm having you go through this process. So take time, reminisce, go through, explain. We went to a trip to Disneyland and the whole family had fun. We all drove down there. It was like a family road trip. Something along those lines. Okay? Be very meticulous in the details. And also pay extra close attention to the people, places, and things involved. Put labels, put names. I was with Dan at the baseball game and he caught the baseball. It was amazing. We had so much fun. It was so exciting. Don't skip anything. Even the bittersweet moments, even if you and Dan no longer talk, maybe Dan even passed away. But don't skip that. That was an important memory. That shaped the past decade, especially if it's still coming up. Okay? It's going to take time to process. So this next step, you're going to need to take some time by yourself. Just be sure not to skip any step through this process. And if it takes you more than one setting to go through these memories because it was a lot, then don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. It's a process. I'm hoping that I get this video out in enough time for everybody to have a little bit of time to go through this process with everybody's busy lives and holidays and all this craziness. But understand that you're really going through this process to set the foundation for the next 10 years of your life. There's actually planetary alignments that are going on right now that are astrologically setting the stage for the next 10 years. So why not take this time to do the same? Why not take this time to plan it out? So after you go through all those positive memories, and really focus on all the emotions, all the feelings, the people, places, and things is very important to remember. Okay? The next step, step 4. It's time to process the negative emotions. Only this time when you're going through these memories, you're going to seek to analyze the lessons. What is there to learn in these moments? What could you have done differently, even if just ignoring the warning signs or being more realistic with the situation? How could you reacted differently? What came from this? Did anything happen? Was there an altercation? Was there an argument? Did you leave? Did you end up breaking up? Did you end up not talking for a while? Is there anything that you can do now to change this? Is there anything that you would want to do now to change this? We're just taking time to really go through each negative memory year by year, right down the line, just like the positive ones, just to be sure that these lessons don't repeat themselves in the future. This part, again, may be a lot and may have to be split up into different settings. So don't be hard on yourself, and understand that these negative emotions may be a lot harder to process than the positive ones. So it may take a lot more energy. It may take a lot more time. There may be like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But understand, this is completing this cycle of change. You have to process all of these past memories properly in order to gain closure, in order to move forward. You have to let go of these outdated belief systems to set this firm foundation. Step by step. So, after you go through the process of going through each memory, really focusing on the lesson, really focusing on what it is you learned from each situation, how to proceed, how to move forward, the lessons that need to be learned, and if you want to change the outcome, can you? And exactly how would that process look like? Once you go through all of that, you're going to go to this process. Step 5. Take some time to check in with yourself, right? Right now. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about the process? How is your body reacting to the emotions that are being triggered throughout this process? That is going to be the big question. Because really, ultimately, we're training our brain to be aware of the reactions our body is having to certain triggers, so we can have more awareness of ourselves as well through this process. It's all a process. It'll all come together. It'll all come together, guys. Don't worry. So, how did you feel after the review process? Go through that. Take account of the feelings that you're feeling. Be sure to check in several times throughout this process, okay? Don't forget to drink water as well. Keep your mind fresh. Keep your mind hydrated. Now that you've taken account for all the feelings, all the lessons, all the blessings, life, now is the fun part. So on a clean sheet of paper or 2, write out anything and everything pertaining to yourself. Your likes, your dislikes, in every aspect. Food, weather, what's your favorite color? Do you prefer a landlocked? Do you prefer waterfront? Do you prefer cats or dogs? Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi? Be meticulous in the details, because right now in this step, you're going through this process of planning out your life. What do you like? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your expectations in life, in relationships, in career? What characteristics do you envision your partner having? What does the perfect relationship look like to you? What characteristics would you like to work on to be a better partner in relationships for yourself? List it out. Write it out. Don't be afraid. If you need more than 2 pieces of paper, that's okay, because I know I would. I have a whole notebook of my likes and dislikes, just so because I want to be very clear on what it is that I want. And I'm not going to accept anything less. And I feel like everybody should be the same way. How about career? What does your ideal job look like? If money didn't matter, what would you want to do? Like, if you didn't have to get up every day to work, what would you do with your life? And what is stopping you? Is there apprenticeships, seminars? What characteristics are needed to help you get there? Home life. Where do you want to live? Do you want to be by family, by friends? Do you see yourself moving and traveling? What climate do you want to live in? How is the weather like? Do you want to be somewhere warmer? Do you want to be somewhere colder? Remember, the details matter in this whole part. It's okay to let your mind run wild for a little bit. It's fun. Why not? Who's to say that any of these things couldn't happen? Let it breathe, and then come back for one last review. One last review over the whole process, okay? If you want to put a little extra oomph into these expectations, make a picture board of the lifestyle that you want, a vision board, right? Put pictures and words of the vision that you have for yourself. Remember, you're planning out the next 10 years of your life, so that's going to be your focus, right? 2020 to 2030. Where do you envision yourself going in life within that time period? So, this is the review and release process. Again, there is going to be a PDF that's going to be available on my website. It's in the process of uploading. Mercury retrograde hasn't started yet, but I'm already feeling the effects with uploads and messages coming through, downloads from the universe, from consciousness. So please bear with me. I do hope this message is helpful. If you do find the message helpful, please share with everyone who you can think of. Again, the world could use more healing. Everybody wants to see the change, but nobody wants to be the change. So be the change. Thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.